right, folks, welcome back to the SleeperHold Society podcast, where we break down the biggest fights, the wildest rivalries, and the craziest storylines in pro wrestling today. And let me tell you, we have got one hell of a matchup to talk about. At WrestleMania Hollywood, it's Channing Stacks, Lorenzo v. Otis, in a no-holds-barred match. And this ain't just about wins and losses. This is about power, respect, and straight-up revenge. Joining me today are three legends of the game, the Est of WWE, Bianca Belair, the 16-time world champ himself, John Cena, and the Apex Predator, Randy Orton. How we doing, guys?
Joe, I'm ready for this. This is WrestleMania season, and we got beef that's about to be settled in the most brutal way possible.
You know me, Joe. I love a good fight. And this one's personal. This is about a guy standing up for himself against the wrong family.
I've been in my fair share of no-holds-barred matches, Joe. Let's just say someone's going to be sore for a long, long time after this one.
All right, let me tell y'all something about this match, because this right here is what we call a classic case of messing with the wrong dude. Channing Stacks Lorenzo is out here trying to expand his family business, and hey, respect to the hustle, but he makes the biggest mistake possible. He tries to buy Otis. Now let's get something straight. Otis is one of the strongest, hardest hitting, and surprisingly most athletic big men in WWE today. He's a guy who can squat a truck and still bust out a caterpillar that gets the crowd hyped. You can't put a price on a man like that. But Stacks don't see a guy like Otis as a partner. He sees a guy like Otis as a weapon he can point at his enemies. So he slides an envelope across the table, offers him a position in the Lorenzo family, and Otis is confused for a second, that is, until Maxine Dupree steps in and says, hold up. This ain't about money. This is about respect. And what does Stacks do? He does what every mafia boss in a bad action movie does. He takes rejection personally. Next thing you know, Roman Reigns, 2015, is smashing Otis in the ribs with a crowbar, and the family is making an example out of him. Big mistake. Because, and I can't stress this enough, you do not piss off Otis. Next week, Otis drags Reigns' 2015 lifeless body to the ring and basically says, yo, Stacks, get your ass down here and fight me like a man. But does Stacks do that? No, he sends Stone Cold Steve Austin to do his dirty work, and Otis flattens him like a pancake. But Stacks ain't done, no. The week after that, he traps Otis's arm in a steel chair and goes full mob boss, telling him, you're gonna learn what happens when you cross the family. And that is when Chad freaking Gable returns. My guy runs down, chair in hand, swinging for the fences, and suddenly, Stacks and Roman 2015 realize they might have just started a war they can't win. Now we got a no-holds-barred match at WrestleMania Hollywood. No rules, no limits. Just two men throwing hands until one of them can't get up. And listen, Stacks, he's smart. He's got backup. But Otis is a one-man wrecking crew, and he's pissest.
Cena, you just hyped me all the way up, and you ain't wrong. Otis is a beast, but don't sleep on Stacks, though. He's sneaky, and he got that family backing him up. You don't know when Roman Reigns might slide in and turn the tide. But I'm telling you, if Otis gets his hands on him first, it's lights out.
But look, I respect Stacks' hustle, but let's be real. This ain't some street fight in a back alley. This is WrestleMania. You don't survive at WrestleMania by talking tough. You survive by proving you belong. And Otis has spent years being underestimated. People look at him and think he's just some big, goofy guy, but this dude can go. He's got crazy power, insane stamina, and the kind of anger that makes a man unstoppable. That being said, if Stacks brings backup, if Roman is lurking around ringside, Otis better watch his back. No holds barred means anything goes, and you better believe Stacks is going to use that to his advantage.
All right, let's go around the table. Who's walking out of WrestleMania with the win? Stacks or Otis?
Otis. I don't care what the Lorenzo family tries. Once he gets rolling, ain't nobody stopping him.
Otis. And I'll take it a step further. Stacks leaves this match needing a lot of ice packs.
I want to say Otis, but I've been around guys like Stacks before. They don't fight fair. If he's got something up his sleeve, it could get ugly.
I'll tell you what, this is going to be a banger. WrestleMania Hollywood, no holds barred, Otis v. Stacks. Whoever wins, they're going to earn it. All right, let's set the stage with the tale of the tape. We've got Stacks Lorenzo, a guy who's made 17 WrestleMania appearances, 1 main event, 12 wins, and 2 World Heavyweight Championships. On the other side, you've got Otis, 16 WrestleMania appearances, 3 wins, and 0 championship. At first glance, this looks like a mismatch. Stacks has the gold, the experience, and the Mafia mentality, but this is no holds barred. This is a fight, and that changes everything. And Bianca, you're going to give us the full breakdown, Simon Miller style. Who's got the edge?
Ooh, y'all already know I'm about to break this down. Let's get into it. First of all, WrestleMania experience, that Stacks all day. 17 appearances. That means he's been here, done that, got the t-shirt, sold them, and bought a whole damn crime empire with the profits. 12 wins. He doesn't just show up. He dominates in 2 World Heavyweight Championships. This man has walked into Mania with the top prize in the game. Otis, yeah, he's been here too, 16 times. But let's be real, he ain't exactly Mr. WrestleMania. 3 wins? That's like bringing a water gun to a Mafia shootout. No titles, that means he's fought, he's tried, but when the big moments come, he falls short. Wait, because this is no holds barred, and you know what that means. Big, meaty men slapping man meat, as Simon Miller would say. Otis ain't here to wrestle. Otis is here to hurt people. And if Stacks thinks he's going to out-technique a walking wrecking ball, he's got another thing coming. Now, let's talk about the real X Factor. Back up. Stocks ain't stupid. You know Roman is going to be lurking. The family always has a plan, and they play dirty. But on the other side, Otis got Chad Gable. And let's be real. If there's one dude who can flip the script on an ambush, it's the guy who trained Otis into a beast. And then there's momentum. Stacks is walking in overconfident. He thinks he's untouchable. But Otis, he is angry. Stacks tried to buy him, then jumped him, then tried to break his ribs. You don't mess with a dude that size and expect to walk away unscathed. So, final verdict, if this stays clean, Stacks finds a way. If this turns into a war, Otis is leaving with his hand raised and Stacks is leaving in a body cast.
That was electric. John, what do you think?
Oh man, Bianca nailed it. Here's the thing. Stacks has all the credentials, but WrestleMania isn't about what you've done. It's about what you do when the lights are brightest. Otis is coming in with nothing to lose, and those guys, they're the most dangerous. When you back a dude into a corner, he fights like an animal. Otis is that guy.
So you're leaning toward Otis?
I'm saying this match is closer than it looks on paper. Stacks has the tools, but Otis has the fire. And in no holds barred, fire wins fights.
Randy, you've been in a ton of these matches. What's your call?
First off, I love this matchup, and let's be honest, Stacks has never been in a fight like this. Otis is a wrecking ball, and if he gets going, there is nothing Stacks can do to stop it. That being said, I've also seen a lot of smart guys win these types of fights, and Stacks, he's smart, he's ruthless. If he uses weapons, if Roman gets involved, if he turns this into a numbers game, Stacks takes it. But if this turns into an all-out pure strength fight, Stacks is going to get crushed.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stacks versus Otis, no holds barred. Will the Lorenzo family run the table, or will Otis flatten Stacks like a truck running over a plate of spaghetti? WrestleMania Hollywood. Let's get it.
The underboss is here.
Time to pay your respects to Stacks.
The following is a no-holds-barred match. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 232 pounds, Channing Stacks Loren, his opponent, accompanied by Chad Gable, representing the Alpha Academy from Superior, Wisconsin, weighing in at 330 pounds, Otis!
You know, Alpha Academy may look like a bunch of oddballs, but they're legit.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're really an accredited academy. They're highly trained, highly intelligent, and highly competitive.
They certainly think so. Drops the hammer right on the lower back. Outside the ring now, he has no need to rush. Whip back into the ring. Now trampling the opposition. What now? Stop right to the gut. Come on now. What is this manager bringing out? You should revoke his license for this. And what a throw. The big man Otis ascends to the top. He's begging him to get up so he can put him back down. Well, look out. Diving shoulder tackle. All that size and momentum landing with a sickening thud. Now, off the second. What a splash. Cover. 2. And this one is over.
Here is your winner, Otis.
Stacks getting hit with the loss here.
You gotta hand it to Otis. He really did what he came to do.
The man wanted to win badly, and he got it.